Hello there. This is my name is Gonzalo. I'm the head coach or the instructor of Krav Maga Self-Defense for All. We build safe lives. The objective of today is to go through a set of, I'm gonna say, books that are really being really cool, really important for me as a trainer, and they also work really well if you are a practitioner. So a practitioner means someone that does Krav Maga. Behind me you'll see some of the boxes that we've just received with material from our studio. And we teach many adults ranging from 18 to 75. And some of the training, I'm gonna call it protocols, need to be really adapted to them. And that means, like, for example, if you are doing, I do Krav Maga and martial arts, so we focus more on the self-defense aspect of this area of the world. And there are things in there that you really need to take back. For example, if you're pummeling, be careful if the head is hitting someone, or when you are striking. Some folks are really heavy hitters, so be aware and teach people on how to hold pads properly. And that goes a long way because people stay, right? People want to, when people come to train Krav Maga, we do programs versus memberships, or they want to be in here for a short period of time, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, 2 years, and acquire as best as possible capabilities. So just be aware of that as an introductory idea. I'll go through a set of books that have been helping me along the way, okay? Many of them are not exactly Krav Maga books, but they are really good as Bibles of knowledge, okay? And so I'm gonna start with one. Found this at Amazon. It's like Randy Couture's Wrestling for Fighting. And obviously it's called The Natural Way because it was called Randy the Natural. This guy is just phenomenal wrestler. Why is this important for us? So probably not for everything, but definitely wrist control. It's really important. And working on the clinch. He has a really good sections on the clinch. So if you can, there are things in here like cage tactics and ground tactics, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. At least for what we need in here, we need to be able to do good wrist control, bicep control, head control, potentially, pull to the backs and throw someone to the ground. Yeah, but that's pretty straightforward. Also, it's important to understand that if we do stuff like these, like in a class with an adult, and throwing someone to the ground, they're not gonna stay in here for long. That's the reality, okay? So we probably need to stop the repetition. If this was the case until he has a single placed on, you would stop the repetition over there instead of going all the way down to the ground. Adults need to be taken care of before we do the full intake or the full loading on the ground. So just be aware. Just had the session today, and we're doing something very similar, and essentially like stop the repetition when you get the position. And call that one. Another interesting book, and that's called the Jiu-Jitsu University from Saul everybody. He has like, I don't know, 5,000 or 1,500, a huge number of 5-star reviews on Amazon, and the book is really awesome. I really wanted to learn things, and the way I think it's awesome because why? First of all, it's organized. He had that really. The book is really good for many reasons. Okay, first of all, it has one of the best and most comprehensive indexes that I've ever found. You wanna know something about this? Okay, go there. Is it from the old time of Jiu-Jitsu? Because now everyone, or there is a lot in besides the guard. Yes, but you still have fundamental things like someone that needs for self-defense, and is a couple of chokes, okay? His equal choke. He has an Americana, Kimura lock. Pretty straightforward in terms of the approach. Now, the organization of the content is really brilliant. And if you do it step by step, I would say it's impossible not to learn. I like one thing in here that you'll see they have organized these into, see the colors, right? Oops. From the colors in here, it's pretty cool, right? The blue means taking the back, guard passing, and at the end in here, working from the mount. So very, very interesting book. I've learned how to escape from behind from here. Okay, while I was practicing with a couple of folks that were really good at placing chokes from behind, I've learned it from here. There are more resources, but this is really, really good. Now, another book that I've used it many times to build up on conditioning, and then the next one will be the same. It's this book from Martin Rooney. He was in the beginning, all-time beginners, man. All-time beginners of the MMA thing, the UFC. You do need more equipment in sledgehammers, but overall, the best part of the book, I felt that the best part of the book was, check this out. It's not the food, well, he has something on, yeah, okay, it's the workout plans. So he has developed this thing he calls the Hurricane, that essentially it's like a HIIT, high intensity interval training thing, but for martial arts. It's pretty cool. Well, very fun, right? Success through sacrifice. I find it really good. I find it, what I do is like, this week, for example, we are working more on the wrestling side, okay? When pulling the wrist down, being able, after someone punches you, you being able to block, and if the clinch comes in, what you do from there. So there's a lot of things to work on. One of them, reaction time, obviously. The second, the defense and the counter. The third, when you clinch, what's the position of the body? And I go in here, it's like, what's more important for here? Like really good core strength. So I'll pick up something from here that during a week, starts from a week and then moves on from a week to 2-3 weeks on working that core. So yeah, so this book is pretty interesting in that. Training secrets that every fighter needs to be at the best at: Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, grappling, Judo, boxing, and wrestling. I don't know if there is a book for Krav Maga on that, for self-defense. But self-defense for Krav Maga, it's definitely is a combination of things. But it's a system of how you break down the way that attacks exist, you enjoyed the overall list of books, okay? This was the last one. And shall get back to you soon. Subscribe to the channel to listen more on this, pose any questions, and enjoy your day.